Imagine this. You're sipping your morning coffee, scrolling TikTok, and suddenly Earth slams the brakes. 1 whole minute, the planet stops spinning.
No countdown.
No warning, just screech. What happens? Spoiler alert, your coffee won't be the only thing flying across. First, let's clear up how fish do it. They don't have tiny scuba tanks hidden behind their fins. Fish use gills, which are like living sieves. They pull in water, strip out the oxygen, and push the rest back out. If we had gills, our lungs would suddenly be useless for breathing air. Instead, we'd be filtering oxygen straight from the water around us. So picture this. You jump into the nearest lake, and instead of gasping for air after 30 seconds, you're just chilling.
No bubbles. No panic.
Just breathing. Now, how would that change our world? For starters, vacations would never be the same. Forget beach resorts, you'd book full-on underwater hotel rooms in the middle of the reef. Honeymoons in Atlanta-style cities would be the new normal. And yes, surfing would still be cool, but underwater races between humans and dolphins? Even cooler. Here's the catch. Water doesn't have nearly as much oxygen as air. In fact, every breath you take on land gives you about 20 times more oxygen than what's floating around in the same amount of water. That means our gills would need to be massive, like manta ray wings on the sides of our necks. Kind of cool, kind of creepy. Imagine trying to wear. Swimming itself would still be tough. Humans aren't exactly built like sharks. You'd still need fins, flippers, or maybe some really strong leg days at the gym to keep up. Breathing is one thing, but moving like a fish, that's another story. Now let's go deeper. Literally. If we could breathe underwater, we'd probably explore parts of the ocean that right now only submarines can reach. But there's a big problem: pressure. For every 10 meters you go down, the weight of the water above you increases dramatically. Past a certain point, your body would feel like it's being crushed in a hydraulic press. Unless evolution upgraded us with pressure-resistant bodies, most of us would never make it past a few hundred feet. So yeah, we'd still need submarines. But even within the shallow oceans, imagine the possibilities. Underwater farming, coral cities, humans living in floating bubble communities. We'd probably see a whole new kind of society forming down there. It wouldn't all be magical. Think about predators. Sharks would suddenly find themselves sharing their turf with slow, clumsy humans who can't outswim them. It'd be like opening a fast food restaurant in the middle of the ocean. For sharks. Not ideal. And let's not forget pollution. Right now, we dump millions of tons of plastic into the ocean every year. If we lived underwater, we wouldn't just see that trash on the news, we'd be swimming through it. Breathing through it. Our gills would be filtering microplastics straight into our bodies. Yikes. Humans would have to get serious about cleaning up the ocean fast, or else suffer the consequences firsthand. Now here's the big twist. If humans could breathe underwater forever, land might actually become less important. Cities could spread into the sea, farmland could float, and wars over land territory might shrink. But new battles could rise over underwater territory, fishing rights, and coral real estate. Basically, the map of civilization would get a complete remodel. Here's the most surprising part. If we lived underwater long enough, evolution would probably reshape us completely. Over thousands of years, our eyes might adapt to low light, our skin could toughen against salt water, and we might even grow webbed fingers and toes. In other words, we wouldn't just be humans anymore. We'd be a brand new species. Half human, half sea creature. So, could breathing underwater make us cooler? Definitely. But it would also rewrite everything about how we live, eat, travel, and even fight wars. It would make us rethink our relationship with the ocean, not as tourists but as neighbors. For now, we'll stick to scuba tanks and snorkeling. But hey, imagine the first YouTuber to hit 1 million subscribers broadcasting live from the bottom of the Great Barrier Reef. That's the future I'd click on. So what do you think? Would you actually want gills? Or are you happy breathing boring old air? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who still doggy paddles at the pool.